Hey guys, Jesse here, and welcome back to my Star Wars Rebels reaction series. Today we're going to be moving on to Season 3, Episode 3. So in the last episode we had the continuation of some of the plot threads that were created in the season finale of Season 2. Kanan's learning to see through the Force with Bendu. Ezra continued to go dark side for a little bit, but now has reconnected with Kanan, and seems to be kind of steered in the right direction. Though how long that will stick, or if we'll see him continue to slip into the dark side, remains to be seen. But Kanan seems to have rejoined the Ghost Crew. He has stopped wallowing and meditating in the middle of nowhere. Also, he gifted Bendu with the Sith Holocron, which, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the idea of any Force wielder having that thing, no matter what side of the Force that you lean on. I feel like if you're light side, it corrupts you. If you're dark side, you use it for evil. And even if you're neutral, even in the Force, doesn't mean you're necessarily a good person. You could be morally gray or even morally good and still be an asshole. I don't know. Maybe I just don't see neutral as not evil. Though, I guess Bendu feels very, if we're talking like Dungeons and Dragons terms, very true neutral, but I don't trust the Space Moose. I should probably stop calling him Space Moose. I do know his name, but I feel like Space Moose is just more fun. The team no longer have the Holocron. Wonder how long that's gonna last. I have a feeling they're probably going to need it at some point. That they spent an entire season finale getting that thing, so it feels kind of like strange that they just toss it away within 2 episodes. So I have a feeling it's going to be back sometime this season. The 2-parter season premiere laid down some very interesting things. A look into different sides of the Force. We got a glimpse into the dark side with the Holocron and the Sith Temple, and now we're getting hints at a very non-human way of looking into the Force, or I guess a very non-Jedi Sith version of what the Force is, which is intriguing. We also got Thrawn, which I think is, kind of the biggest thing. And apparently, he's got plans, because of course he does. Thrawn is a very Machiavellian villain, so he's got plans and schemes, and I am very intrigued to see his long con, but I'm also dreading it, because his long con is going to be against the people I like in the show, so yep, I'm both excited and dreading Thrawn. But with that, I think there's no more preamble, so let's go ahead and jump into this episode of Star Wars Rebels.
You're not going to tell me what you did with the Sith Holocron, are you?
I told you it was safe.
But what if there are secrets we can learn from it that'll help us destroy the Sith?
Ezra, the secrets in that thing almost destroyed you.
I know. But if not to get the Sith Holocron, why did Master Yoda send us to Malak?
That is a very good question. I never thought about, what Yoda's plans and all of this were.
Hang on, alright, we'll get you help. What happened here?
Red Blade, after you. Made me tell. The ghost is in danger.
Unless
Another Inquisitor?
We've got to warn
Maul. I don't think they'd introduce another Inquisitor.
Kanan.
There's
Oh,
another
no.
Inquisitor after us. He knows where the ghost is.
Kanan. It's not an Inquisitor.
Oh, no.
What? Who is it?
Just an old friend, Master Jedi.
I kind of forgot Maul was around.
What do you want?
The Sith Holocron that our apprentice and I acquired on Malak.
We don't have
About that.
How unfortunate, because if that's true, then your friends have no future.
Okay, we have it, just not with us.
We'll give it to you. As long as our friends remain safe.
Agreed. Good.
He's gonna throw them out of an airlock as soon as he gets that.
Give that to me as well.
What does he need that for?
I shall be in touch with Gorn.
That's just a distress beacon. Like a warning.
Well, what about the Sith Holocron?
Yeah, that's not gonna be easy.
I thought
Hey,
you said it was
Bendu, can I get that back now?
That may be the problem.
I said you could have it, but I kind of need it. No.
Mandalorian, you of all should trust me. Or did I not once rule your people?
You weren't really elected. You were just kind of, you know,
Is that true?
Unfortunately.
really good at killing people.
Does one who hides his identity, hide his legacy? That is a curious smell. So colorful.
He's just judging their interior design.
This is it. A dull and dour chamber. These are the quarters of a Jedi.
How would you
Surely
know?
where he keeps the holocron.
I don't know anything about him.
That's not true. You know all about Kanan Jarrus. Or should I use his real name? Caleb Doom.
Caleb? His name's Caleb?
Here that the boy found. No. He stole the holocron.
Yeah, we were there. I remember season 1.
That wasn't so difficult, was it?
Maul, you creepy. You've gotten creepier in your old age.
Bendu? Who's Bendu? There's nothing here.
He was here.
Maybe you're just
Yoink.
hearing things that aren't there.
Bendu! I need the holocron!
Hey, where's our thumper?
If you stay calm, they won't attack.
Right.
Mmm,
Stay behind me.
dude,
Bruh, you're making it worse.
you really are.
Impossible to get along with them.
I tried that, remember? They almost ripped my face off.
The Jedi returns, and with his student. Perhaps for a talk?
I don't believe it.
He would bring them together. Such a virgins carries grave danger.
Why? I thought the holocrons were just libraries of information.
They are that, and more. If two such powerful sources of knowledge are united, they will grant a clarity of vision beyond your guide.
So, any holocrons? I know each holocron has specific information, but if you combine any holocron, they'll just kind of tell you hidden truths or whatever. Because I feel like Kanan's holocron isn't like as powerful as the Sith holocron that we found in the temple, because Kanan's holocron is just a distress beacon, and it's just the message that Obi-Wan left for all remaining Jedi.
The cave runs deep, with many twists and turns. How can you be sure where it is now? Huh?
I hear something.
If you listen, you can hear it.
This feels like Yoda's test on Dagobah for Luke.
Ready?
Cool. I don't know if you'll be able to fight a dude, though, with a double-bladed lightsaber. He's very good with that double-bladed lightsaber.
Here he comes. Makes an awful lot of clanking.
He is part droid.
We can use that against him.
He's in the hold.
Chopper, magnetize!
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah. He's very good at what he does.
Will remain alive. Only so long as you're of use to me.
I love that Baldo still has the earring. Like, Ray Park just forgot to take out his earring, and now everyone's just like, I guess Maul's just a fan of jewelry. Which also means at some point that Maul went to a piercing shop and was just like, you know what? It's gonna look real cool and real intimidating. A single earring.
Rediscover their balance. Or perhaps they'll be eaten. Such is the way of things.
Bendu don't care. He's just like, not my problem.
doing in here?
Getting you back on track.
I'm sorry for everything, Kanan.
It wasn't your fault. I never blamed you, Ezra. It's time for you to forgive yourself.
Oh.
Yes, Master.
Oh. 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 Okay, he wasn't afraid that they would die, but he is happy that they hugged, apparently. Bendu, you are a mysterious... I was gonna say man, but I don't know. You are a mysterious moose, and I do not know your motivations. And there's the last spiders. And we're now running.
Your conflict has ended. Perhaps balance is restored.
Oh, maybe he's just happy that the conflict's gone.
Your true struggle has only begun.
How can you take this lightly?
The greatest power Maul has is our fear that he'll hurt our friends. We have to control that fear. Stay relaxed.
Okay. Relaxed it is.
You don't sound relaxed.
Yeah, well, I look relaxed.
Little shit.
Over here, Master Jedi. Just follow the sound of my voice.
Oh, fuck off.
Easy.
We're a little shit also.
Welcome, my young apprentice. I trust you found the Sith holocron illuminating. This way, Master Jedi.
He's definitely gonna stab you. I'm guessing there's like an 89% chance that he tries to kill him.
Trying to blind you.
Oh no. You were just trying to kill me.
If at first you don't succeed. Hey, try again.
Oh my god, that's an airlock. How long can you survive in space in this universe? Okay. Well, you ain't dead.
Terminate the prisoners.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
End of the bargain. Your friends are safe. Come, apprentice, sit. The holocron, if you please.
Why would you do this?
I know if we open these holocrons together, any question we ask will be answered.
So you do understand.
But where do these two questions
You know what I want.
collide?
I want to destroy the Sith.
You are as ambitious as ever. As for me, I seek something much simpler, yet equally elusive.
I don't know
What's that?
Maul's motivations.
Hope.
What does hope look like for Maul, though? And where do those two questions collide? What helps destroy the Sith and gives Maul hope? Because what destroys the Sith is, I guess, Luke. Luke is the catalyst to destroy the Sith. But, what? Maul wouldn't care about Luke. Or... Oh my god, that's kind of dark. That they're just awaiting their execution.
Where's Ezra?
With Maul. Let's go.
Yeah.
Only oblivion. I must go deeper. Go deeper.
Wait. I see something.
What do you see? What is it?
I see.
Tell me. Tell me what you see.
I see.
Ezra! It's too bright! Where is he?
Oh my god. Ow. Oh my god, he can see it.
I see him. Maul's close. I'm gonna get Ezra out. Be ready.
Wait, you see him?
Yeah.
Remember Bendu's warning. Turn away before it's too late!
It's so close. The key to destroying the Sith. Just a little farther.
I see him.
Him?
Twin sons.
It's not worth it, Ezra!
Oh my god, he sees Obi-Wan. Right? Because he would see Luke on Tatooine, and Maul's always wanted Obi-Wan.
Where's Maul?
Right?
He lives.
Oh, wait.
He lives.
Oh, that's the only he would care about.
I saw images, pieces of something, but I can't make sense of it. I don't know if it's what I wanted to see or what Maul was trying to see.
Yes, both.
What were they?
Places mostly. Planets, some familiar, some not. I'm not sure what they mean.
I'm sure we'll find out together.
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to find out. So that was Season 3, Episode 3 of Star Wars Rebels. Holocrons of Fate. I feel like I should talk about the other parts of the episode before I get into the big thing at the end. Ezra and Kanan bonding in a spider cave. Very sweet. I love the fact that they actually hugged. Because I feel like a lot of Star Wars fans sometimes feel that not having attachment means that you can't love or show affection. And that's clearly not the case, that we've seen that throughout the show. We've seen all different types of love from Kanan. And very healthy, non-attached love. And whenever Kanan has been close to getting attached, he's had someone pull him back and say, no, this is not the way to do this. We've seen that with the vision of the Grand Inquisitor in the Jedi Temple, of saying, you are too afraid to let him go. You just have to teach him what he needs to know, so when you're gone, he's ready. And I think since then, he's kind of been in that middle ground of being loving, but not smothering, and loving in a very Jedi way. And I love to see the way that Jedi love. And here it's a very platonic, almost father-son dynamic. I feel like it started out as a kind of older brother, younger brother dynamic, but I feel like as Kanan has grown into himself as a Jedi Master, it has taken on almost like a fatherly feeling towards it. But yeah, I'm also very much a sucker for characters fondly calling their Jedi Master, especially when you don't hear it a lot. I was a sucker for that in the Clone Wars, in those moments where Anakin would call Obi-Wan Master, or Ahsoka would go from calling Anakin to calling him Master. I think it's a very fun moment of recognition. Yep, and I feel like they needed that. It was a good mission for them to have before shit hit the fan in this episode, because obviously they have not been together on missions in a good long while. They needed that moment to kind of reconnect and kind of reestablish their Master-Padawan relationship. Also, Bendu gave up that Sith Holocron pretty easily. I just feel like he doesn't care. He has no use for Darksider knowledge. Again, he is ancient and also doesn't care for the light side or the dark side of the Force, it seems like. Also, he doesn't seem to really care if Kanan or Ezra live. He did have a smile when they reconnected, and at first I'm like, oh, he's happy that they reconnected. But I think he just felt the turmoil inside Kanan and Ezra kind of even out, which I think is his goal. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna send them into this cave. They're either gonna die or they're gonna figure their shit out. Either way, the Force neutralizes. And I think that's more what he cares about. That his home is free of inner turmoil from angsty Jedi. Speaking of our resident angsty Jedi, we learned that Kanan's real name is Caleb Dune, which we haven't heard before, and I don't know if it makes any difference to me. I mean, it makes sense that he would change his name after Order 66 when, being a Jedi is basically a death sentence, and he kind of hid his Jedi-ness from everybody, and anything connected to the Jedi he hid away before season 1. Like, he hadn't even used a lightsaber in years, so it makes sense that he would change his name. And I just never thought about it, I guess. But I love the Star Wars naming conventions. There's like 2 very separate ways to name people in Star Wars. On the one half, you have your typical kind of fantasy sci-fi combo names that have a bunch of apostrophes and are usually based on other languages. So you get things like Obi-Wan and Anakin and Ahsoka, Kanan, Garazeb, just kind of very made-up names. And on the other half, you got the guys that you went to high school with, like Luke or Ben or Caleb. I just love that in Star Wars we can have names like Cody on one end, and on the other hand, C.O. Bibble. It's just great. I don't know why C.O. Bibble was the first one to come to my mind, though I think I prefer Kanan. I think it suits him better. It feels more Jedi. Maybe it's because I've never known a Kanan, but I've known so many Calebs. Just so many. Too many Calebs. Okay, time to talk about the big thing in the episode. And oh boy, was it a big thing. From what I understand, is that no matter what, if you have a Jedi holocron and a Sith holocron, you put them together, and both participants ask a question. And the holocrons will try to find like a middle ground that answers both your questions. So it works better if both of your wishes kind of align. And it doesn't matter what holocrons it is, because no matter how powerful one is or how weak one is, it doesn't matter what the information is contained in them. All holocrons are an equal power, no matter what the information is that isn't contained in them. So I wonder how many times this has happened over the course of history, that a Darksider and a Lightsider have worked together to try to gain information. Methinks not that often, but it did happen. They did open them. Ezra did not look away from the Ark of the Covenant, and now he released information onto the world that probably he shouldn't have. But am I glad he did? Yes, because Obi-Wan, right? He saw Obi-Wan. He had to have. Maul does not get that excited about anyone except Obi-Wan. I don't know if Maul was actually lying about the Hope thing, or that Maul's version of Hope is just real weird. We know that Ezra definitely just wants something that will destroy the Sith. And obviously he sees twin suns. There's probably a lot of plans with twin suns, but also it's Tatooine. It's definitely Tatooine. There's no other planet that it could be. If he did see Tatooine, he would have seen Luke. Because no matter what you believe, like if you go by George Lucas's proclamation that Anakin is the chosen one of the prophecy, which, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you can still ignore death of the author and all of that. If something does not appear in the movies, it's not technically canon. But if you want to kind of go with George's intention for the story of Anakin being the chosen one, Luke is still the catalyst to Anakin making that decision. You do not have that story without Luke. Luke is the reason the Sith are defeated, even if Anakin is the one who kind of pulls the trigger in the end. So, Ezra sees Luke. Or, he doesn't see Luke. He sees and feels where Luke is. And I think Maul didn't really have an idea of what he wanted. I think Maul has been through a lot. He's gone through many phases in his life, and he does not know what he wants to do in this anymore. Like, he's gone from a Sith to a trash spider to the ruler of Mandalore to a crime lord and everything in between, and now he's at a point in his life where he's just like, what am I doing? And I think he just needed a goal. I don't know if he was looking for hope. I think he was just looking for something to do, really. Because in the last season of Clone Wars, we saw Maul kind of get over Obi-Wan during a time where he just wanted to kill the Emperor. And he was luring Obi-Wan to Mandalore not to kill Obi-Wan, but because he wanted to kill Skywalker because he thought that was the way to disrupt the Emperor's plans. So he kind of moved past his hatred of Obi-Wan in that final season. Like, he didn't really even seem to care about Obi-Wan. But now, after all these years, he's kind of regressed back into his past self. Like, almost that his character arc has been circular, and he's kind of back where he started. And not where he started, but, like, early Clone Wars Maul. He's back in that place where he's looking for someone to blame and someone to fight. And his go-to goat for all of that has always been Obi-Wan. So I think he has a mission now. And I think that's what he needed. That was what he was asking for, just something to do. A goal, something to fight. And that would lead him to Obi-Wan, because his wish was so vague that the Holocrons leaned into Ezra's more than it did Maul's, I think. That they saw what Ezra wanted and they're like, okay, Luke, you want Luke. What's in this vicinity that would also intrigue this crazy-ass Darksider? Hey, there's that old guy he used to hate. Yeah, just give him that. He'll chase after that like a dog with a bone. But does this mean we're getting Obi-Wan in this show? And I guess it wouldn't be Obi-Wan, it would be Old Ben, that I haven't heard that name in years kind of Obi-Wan. Though I guess Maul has never called him Obi-Wan, it's always been Kenobi. So I guess the line can stay. Are we gonna get Obi-Wan though? I love Obi-Wan in all his forms, though I am kind of partial to, younger Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan. James Arnold Taylor Obi-Wan. Though I just think that's because we've spent more time with that Obi-Wan, and that Obi-Wan has more of a personality and friendships and connections, while Old Ben is just kind of an exposition machine in the middle of the desert. Actually, no, he'd be really close to Old Ben because Ezra's 16, 17 at this point, through, all the time skips. Because he started out as 15 in the show, and now I think it's been a couple years, maybe, at least a year. So, yeah, we're getting Old Ben. Because Luke is 18, I believe, in A New Hope. Oh my god, we are getting real close to A New Hope. Like real close. Oh my god, we're getting Obi-Wan. Oh, but what's that confrontation going to be like? Because I feel like Obi-Wan, no, he does not care about Maul anymore, at all. He's had bigger problems. In the truest of Jedi fashions, he has let go of all kind of anything close to anger he's had for Maul for killing so many people in his life. So it's just going to be a very calm Obi-Wan and a screaming Maul. if the confrontation even happens. If the show ends up going to Tatooine, I do hope that we don't see Luke, though. I think having Luke be introduced to anything Jedi before the start of A New Hope is just a bad idea. I do like R2 crashing into his life being the thing that catalyzed everything, and him seeing Leia and meeting Old Ben, and then the death of the people who raised him, and all these things being the first excitement he's had in his entire life, and the thing that just snowballs into him becoming Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So if we do end up at Tatooine, totally cool seeing Obi-Wan, love Obi-Wan, but I hope Luke stays out of it. That is if we even end up at Tatooine and we don't intercept and kill Maul before then, which is, I don't think as likely, because you wouldn't kind of name drop twin sons if that was going to happen, but I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm very excited. So that was my reaction to Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 3, Holocrons of Fate. If you like this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and keeps me motivated to keep making more of these. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.